And we'll be back with more All Access News. Jordan hosts Israel-Palestine talks as violence escalates. Jordan official says the talks in the Red Sea port of Aqaba is part of an effort to halt a security breakdown that could fuel more violence. Jordan's hosting a meeting between top Israeli and Palestinian officials in a bid to halt a surge in deadly violence in the occupied West Bank that stoked fears of wider escalation, according to officials. The meeting on Sunday is being held in the Red Sea port of Aqaba and will be attended by representatives from the U.S. and Egypt. And from MiddleEastEye.net, talks between Palestinian and Israeli officials kick off in Jordan. American and Egyptian representatives also set to attend as talks take place following escalating violence. Israel and Palestine leadership begin talks in Jordan on Sunday, following a deadly escalation in violence in the occupied West Bank. The meeting's being held in the Red Sea resort town of Aqaba, according to Jordanian state broadcaster Al Mamlaka. Palestinian intelligence chief Majed Faraj and Israel's Shin Bet domestic security agency head Ronan Bar were both set to attend, sources told AFP. U.S. National Security Council Coordinator for the Middle East and North Africa, Brett McGurk, is also expected to be present, as well as Jordanian and Egyptian security officials, the sources add. The talks come after Israeli forces killed 11 Palestinians, including child and 3 elderly people, and wounded 100 others on Wednesday during a military raid in the occupied West Bank city of Nablus. More than 60 Israeli military vehicles stormed Nablus after an undercover force was spotted in the historic old city, eyewitness told Middle East Eye. It was very scary. We could hear the sounds of explosions and people screaming in the street, and many of us started crying and praying to Allah to protect the city and its residents, Nablus resident Nabila Suleiman told MEE. The raid, which lasted for 4 hours, focused on building in the city that reportedly housed Palestinian resistance fighters. Israel's military launched airstrikes on the Gaza Strip on Thursday morning after rockets were fired from the besieged Palestinian enclave following the Nablus raid. At least 62 Palestinians have been killed by Israelis this year, at a rate of more than 1 fatality per day. This follows a steep increase in violence in 2022, when at least 167 Palestinians were killed in the West Bank and East Jerusalem, the highest death toll in these territories in a single year since the Second Intifada. Meanwhile, Palestinians killed 30 Israelis last year and 10 this year. United Nations experts have condemned Israel for the record levels of violence in 2022 and warned that an even higher number of casualties could be recorded this year. The U.S. CIA Director William Burns warned earlier this month that current tensions bear an unhappy resemblance to the Second Intifada, and efforts to prevent explosions of violence are a challenge. The decision to take part in the Aqaba meeting, despite the pain and massacres being endured by the Palestinian people, comes from a desire to bring an end to the bloodshed, the Fatah movement, which President Mahmoud Abbas belongs to, said on Twitter. And from Haaretz, Jordan to host senior Israel and Palestinian security officials in bid to quell violence. Representatives from Egypt, Jordan, and the United States will also be present at the meeting in Aqaba, with attendees expected to include Shin Bet Security Service Chief Ronan Bar and confidants of Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. And remember to like, share, and subscribe. Your engagement through any of those 3 will accelerate us at warp speed towards the continuation of our mission to truthfully go where no news will have been going before. Watch this space.